What is going on, everybody? I am Jumbo Thick. We are back with our D&D 5th edition campaign. This is Emberfell Whispers from the Stars. I am, of course, your GM, your DM for the night. I'm joined by the full cast and crew, the Emberfellas. People shouting right now. I'm going to add in the shout sound effect. It's going to be great.
Yes!
Yeah! So if you guys wish to briefly introduce yourselves before we get into it, because we had a hell of an episode, last episode. Things went sideways pretty quick. So I'll be doing a brief recap, and then we're going to get into the story. So let's start. We'll go clockwise this time. This is clockwise for me, which is going to take us to the one and only the Funk Trunk, Mr. Jeff. If you care to introduce yourself and your character.
Mr. Funk Trunk. So I'm Jeff. I'm going to be playing Tuk Tuk the Taker. And he is a little chaotic, as you could tell from last episode. He's learned some things, and he's got he's a little goblin man that's a little wild. He's a little thievery. I think we just leveled up to level 3, or we're doing that this episode.
We should be doing it this episode, depending on the events that
Spoiler
take
alert.
place. Spoiler alert.
People know he's a thief anyway, so it's all
right. It's fine.
Anyway.
You guys are fine leveling up. We'll see what happens. Which brings us down.
Giant's blood. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're working for Giant's blood. Yes, that will probably come up. Speaking of what will probably come up, how about old Big Dan? Dan the man.
What?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just, I'm taking a look here. Dan, Dan Decker at DanDeckr on Twitter. I'm just looking at my armor, noticing how I didn't take any chinks in the last episode.
It's true. You didn't.
Tried to keep the party going. Anyway, been playing the one and only Zelgar Krugen again this evening. Thankfully, he is not dead yet.
Oh, no.
And kind of a palish, got some markings on his face. You may or may not recognize him, depending on what he's up to with his ability to blend into the shadows and appear to be whomever he would like as a jailer of secrets. And he's maybe about to receive a new mission. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
Perhaps level up.
Perhaps. Speaking of which, how about the old Doob 209, A-Dog, A-Dizzle. There's so many acronyms.
Yes.
If you care to introduce yourself, Alan.
What's going on, guys? I am playing Dayu, the red-skinned, yellow-eyed hobgoblin. Keeps his hair pulled back in a bun, wears straw hat Ronin attire, has a elbow to shoulder 3-tailed fox tattoo, and people refer to him as some character from a movie. For copyright reasons, we won't get into it. Those accusations are false. This is completely original.
Exactly, completely original. I love it.
You guys are talking about.
He's been canonized.
Speaking of completely original, Jumbo.
Hello,
Smooth.
everyone. I am Jumbo Smooth. I'll be playing the role of Rogar, son of Amu. Rogar is a dragonborn white scale from the Great North. Fish out of water story. He doesn't know a whole lot about the dynasty. A lot of societal intricacies he's unfamiliar with. But some interesting characters along the way. I will say the North is very dangerous, but apparently the dynasty is very dangerous as well.
It's
Been
true.
accosted multiple times, held prisoner. One of us has died.
It's true. One of you has died already.
It's just crazy down here.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to play.
Yeah, indeed. Speaking of someone dying, last we left off, the party had found themselves after their rendezvous at Dayu's long lost farm that he had been desperate to get to, especially after being informed that there's a bounty on all of your heads, a rather significant bounty at that. Dayu, sensing that perhaps a poster with his face on it may or may not have led interesting characters from his past to his present, went looking for his farm. The three of you decided to accompany him, and upon discovering it, he found that his farm was not the bastion of respite that he was hoping, as it had been in fact found and assailed by none other than his former comrades in arms from a lifetime ago. A time in his younger years where he may or may not have been under the influence of a manipulative man that went by the name of Roan Twin Blades within the last breath, the gain within the Mar, under the pillar of the Night Shroud clan. In so doing,
Night's Blossom.
Night Blossom, excuse me, I said Night Shroud. Night Blossom. Too many names on my head right now. Thank you. Inspiration. If you don't have it already, take it. After you collected, after you figured out what happened here, you did your best to try to look for your wife and daughter, Ako and Sakura, only to find remnants behind your farm in a smoldering pile of corpses. Taking the few items that were of still somewhat decent aspect from this pile, you pocketed them, and then Dayu moved up to a shrine, to a place that he had erected long ago and thought that he had left behind, only to unearth his weapon of choice and go on the blood path. You also discovered a goblin child that was hiding within the farmhouse, who kind of gave you a little bit of lowdown on what was happening. There were some shenanigans that happened with that. Then you tracked the last breath back to the grove, as they had left a summons for Dayu. However, in your attempt to sneak inside the grove, you were unfortunately discovered very quickly. You decided to surrender, be taken inside. You were stripped of all your visible weapons, and a showdown took place between Dayu and his former mentor, where he slew Roan Twin Blades in single combat. In addition to that, the three of you fought a bloody, very long battle with the remnants of the last breath, the almost bandit-like individuals at this point. And not only did you fight them, but there were two large kind of frost-bitten toads that emerged from the water after trying to eat Tuk Tuk as a tasty morsel, which they did end up doing. With the death of Tuk Tuk, all of you finally revivified and up and running. You broke into the treasure hoard of the last breath, luckily finding a single resurrection stone that was placed there for no apparent reason. It was just sitting there, as well as a full hoard of all kinds of money, potions, I might add, for the party, and various other items that all of you had procured. You also discovered that there were captives within this broken down ruin. And you also discovered Krelix, a goblin merchant from Conwich, whose caravan had went missing on his way to Port Dorona, with his son being the goblin that you picked up. He then informed you all that, in fact, the last breath had attacked, which you all knew of, and that they were looking for an individual known as the Saint, which was then deduced to be Dayu. After this event, there was one more tidbit of information, one tantalizing secret that was revealed specifically to Rogar. It's apparently there was another white-scaled dragon person that had slewn a vast number of this gang on the road. And when they decided to not search for him and instead retreated back to the grove without giving chase. And that, my friends, is where we're going to pick up as you had traveled a full day and you were within moments of seeing Port Dorona. It is around midday or so the next day. And we are about to get our first view of the city, the jewel of the dynasty. So, before we do that, is there anything you guys would like to do on the road getting up to this point?
Rogar is going to talk to the crew a little bit.
Okay.
I'm assuming probably Dayu and Tuk probably being the most injured, are probably in the cart or somewhere on it.
I would assume so.
And so I'm assuming Zalkar and I are kind of walking beside it, Rogar looks at Dayu. Elder, was that your only offspring?
Yes, it was.
Do you have another mate?
No, only took one.
It is sad time when one loses one of their clutch. Is your...
That comes for everybody at some point.
True. Were those all the ones responsible?
I'm assuming those are the pawns in the game. I have a sneaking suspicion that this comes from higher up. Don't know how they would have known where I lived just off of these posters.
It seems you almost enjoyed being caught, forced into a fight with their elder, their leader.
You're referring to the duel?
I believe I heard the shaman, and I look towards Zalkar, mention the word duel.
This is the way of our people, Rogar. There's no greater honor than downing someone in single combat.
Honor. I hear this word used a lot. Why is it so important to you? Would have been much easier to follow the example of the small one. Sneak in, slay our enemies without them knowing.
And that is the reason why the goblins like to rebel.
Rogar will look towards everyone. I'm assuming Tuk's either asleep or kind of resting, coalescing,
yes,
convalescing. You all have demonstrated that you are capable of making a good hunting party. Skilled in combat and other means of exploration. Elder, I must say, you slew a great many. And Rogar is just going to continue walking. It looks like he's contemplating things.
I will say to you and the rest of these, only more are going to come. Not only the ones that are coming after our bounties, but until I end this, there may be more coming from me as well.
And this is Krelix, who's been steering. Did you say bounties?
And with that,
Nothing for your ears, little one.
I feel like this is a great time to bring this up. I mean, you've seen the kind of work that I do on the side here, but who exactly are you wanted by?
Salkar would look at this fella and kind of flash a little fire in his eyes.
I mean, no, this is more of a practical inquiry, sir. He is missing a leg. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, well,
he ain't doing much without anything of your guys' help, really. His bugbear guard is just laying down unconscious.
Wanted by the Shogun for crimes against the Empire.
Well, that is going to make this interesting then. As you are cresting the kind of road here leading to Port Dorona, I might have a slight suggestion. I suggest we get off the road immediately. And we're going to have to wait till nightfall before anything else takes place, because I have this sneaking suspicion that... and as you crest over the top, you can see there is a large gate and a wall ahead that circles a city, a grand, massive city. This gate is very large. The road has been pretty good size as well. And you do in fact see that there are several carts stopped in the road attempting to enter. And there are samurai guards going from cart to cart, searching it, as well as pulling people out of the back and beating them, among many other things that are happening up ahead. So yes, and you can see that this is in the distance. Yeah, it's obvious.
What
there's
time
some
of
stuff
day is
going
it?
on. It's like midday. You're looking at like,
so we've got probably
like
6
noon.
hours worth of waiting around to do.
And Krelix is like, let's just kind of pull off right here before they see us. Unless you guys have a better idea.
Well, I'm not. I have an idea in like contemplating. Like, can we see these guards? Like, would I be able to see enough of them to when the night comes? We could approach perhaps as though I were the guard of these prisoners and use them as our cart to make the way into the city. That's what I'm wondering. I want to be able to get a read on
give me a perception test. We'll see how much you glean from this distance.
Oh, I know. It's probably a good bit. Perception. No, it's a 13.
Okay. I mean, that's not bad. It's pretty good. I'll say that you at least get the armor down. It's standard, almost like shogunate style samurai armor, mostly made of like a very high quality. It looks like a mix of wood and metal. They aren't wearing hats. Oh, actually, they are wearing hats. Excuse me. That have a white, almost almost like silk draped around the edges of it. Kind of comes around their head. Looks very much aesthetic. Doesn't look practical by any means. They're all armed, and you do see a symbol on their chest. And the symbol looks like a straw hat with the same kind of white dangling piece that you see on their helmets, dangling around it. That kind of comes down to almost a triangle-like shape. And how about I get my Dynasty folks to give me a history check?
Also, how many guards to a cart do there seem to be?
There seems to be several guards at the gate. You have a total of 4 guards at the gate, and then you have 2 guards systematically going to each cart, 2 by 2, kind of on each side, and then searching them and interrogating all of the drivers.
I got an 11 with disadvantage.
11. Yes, unfortunately, most of you have disadvantage. So, Zaltkar, what'd you get for your history?
Yes. Straight up history check. That's all there is to it. Nice, though. An 18.
Okay, good. And how about Tuk Tuk?
I've heard of this.
Am I asleep?
Oh, that's right. You're asleep. It doesn't matter.
I'm assuming I'm asleep.
Yeah, you're pretty much out. Yeah. So, Zaltkar, though you haven't spent much time outside of the tower, being this your first actual mission outside of your order, you have been somewhat instructed in the customs and, of course, of the important figures throughout the dynasty. And you would recognize this as one of the many clans that rule sections of the dynasty, and this is Clan White Shroud.
And Sue White Shroud?
And Sue was a member of Clan White Shroud.
Who was?
There was a former, a person we may have met in the Session 0 that was from the White Shroud clan.
Okay.
All right. So, Krelix is like, yeah, and he's pulling the card off if you guys aren't stopping him. No. Okay.
I think this is a good plan.
Yes. I have I know some guys. We wait till nightfall. There should be a new set of guards to come on. They're supposed to be expecting me. Granted, I'm a bit late, like a week late, but hopefully all will work out fine. I'm assuming you 4 don't need to be seen coming in. So
with that, I would show Krelix, just do my best to show him that I can change into the armor.
Oh,
kind of give him. We may have an advantage that you weren't aware of.
That's impressive. Yes, that could work. That could work. Let me try. Well, let's put it this way. Is there a bounty on that one? And he points over at Rogar.
I will say Rogar, by the way, is still standing at the top of the hill.
Oh God!
Standing
like slack-jawed.
Slack-jawed, looking at the city.
The city.
It's the biggest city he's ever seen. Before this con, which was the biggest mass of buildings that he's ever seen, and so this is just, the amount of people going in and out. He is
as Krelix and Zaltkar notice. I'll kind of ease up to him. Friend Rogar. We must take stealth now. Follow me.
It kind of pulls me along, and I kind of still staring, going along, but just kind of still kind of.
It's quite impressive. Come with us.
I will say.
How many people live there?
Oh God.
God, we must be small. We must be as though we are small now.
Yeah. Yes. Of course. Apologies.
I will say it's hard to see, and I will say you're just seeing a small piece of the city, and even then, it's probably impressive to Rogar. To the rest of you, I don't believe any of you have ever actually traveled here. So this would be a new experience for you, for the rest of you as well. Now, Tuk and Dayu, being from the City of Glass, from Valvrak, it's big, but it ain't that big. So this might not be as impressive to you two. But regardless, though, you guys pull off, and Krelix kind of, ironically, there's actually almost like a little alcove, and it's very well hidden, like almost like he's done this a few times before. And you pull over, and you're in kind of a corpse of trees, blue blossoms in particular. It is still freezing outside, I might add. The ground is crunchy and brittle, and it's cold. It's cold, but you guys all are pretty well bundled up, despite the slashings and beatings that your clothing has undertaken. And time passes. Does anyone want to do anything during this interim, or we want to just skip ahead?
Well, can we say, like you're riding in a car and then you stop the car?
Mm-hmm.
If you're asleep while it's going, you're good. But whenever someone pulls over, you wake up,
It's true.
I imagine I wake up at that point and get the 411 on what's going on. So I imagine I'm awake at this point.
Okay.
And Tuk Tuk starts thinking about the fact that I have 3 pounds of this cinder drug on me, and that there's all these guards and stuff. And so
you would also realize that there is probably 3 pounds of cinder in every single giant bag of rice that you are transported in the cart. So it's going to be great, guys.
I would be
I think
planning with our friend to our best, what our infiltration scheme's going to be.
Yes.
That was my next question.
Okay.
Probably good to plan with the rogue.
I will say, Krellix has done this run a few times, and he assures you that he has guys. He has guys that are going to get you guys in. It's going to be fine. No problems.
I'm going to roll a perception on that one.
I would like to.
Or no, I'll say
insight.
Yeah,
it'll be an insight check.
Insight
Yes, give me an insight check.
Oh damn! I'm going to believe the shit out of him. That's a 9
I got a
for
15.
me. Oh, let's go with the rogues.
Both of you feel like Krellix is. I mean, he's a truthful guy. He
believes he has guys on
He
his
hasn't
side.
steered you wrong. He obviously believes this is true.
Now, whether or not those guys are
Whether or not
good,
this
that's-
is, or
it's a different story.
we'll see.
Alex,
Um,
what's your plan for hiding all the outlaws here and the big man here and all these drugs?
I will say, keep it down on the
drugs.
Yes,
Stage whisper,
please. They stay in the rice. First off, I have to get rid of these. I'm going down to the docks.
That's
what I
my
do.
Drugs in the rice.
Yeah, you put it back in the bag of rice that you had slit open, kind of like stuff
What I
it in
said.
there.
This one's mine.
You know what? You want to take it? That's on you.
Maybe
I'm not
just
going to
give me a
say
cut.
anything.
Just give me a cut.
This isn't mine.
You know what? We're even. We're even. I'll tell you what. You get us in, we're even. If you don't get us in, I'm taking all of it, and I'm going to kill you.
What?
I'm just kidding.
What have I done?
I'm joking.
I'm just a
A little
middleman.
crazy.
I just
I know,
deliver
I know.
this. It's not mine.
It's yours. But I got all those jewels and shit.
Oh, okay. Some time's going to pass now. It is going to be night is beginning to descend.
Does anybody
And-
need a weapon before we go? I have like 6 daggers because I found like 4 in that pile at the last one. 3 or 4 in the last one.
Yeah. Speaking of
Rogar.
which,
Rogar is going to be observing Tuk Tuk,
Mhm.
as well as the city. And I'm assuming I noticed that he has a ton of weapons,
I will.
a ton of items on his
I
person.
was going to say, Tuk
You don't
Tuk,
see shit.
you're like, let's put it like this. Tuk Tuk, you're like 3 feet tall. You have 6 daggers on your person, or do you have like some stored?
I literally think I have 6. Well, I have 3 that are equipped, 3 that are not.
Okay, so
And then
we'll
I've
say
got-
that 3 of them are like in like a backpack or some kind of sack
Yeah.
that you have with you. That's
And
fair.
my plan was to distribute the gems and
Mhm.
the money that we found because I've got a shit ton of copper, silver, and a
Okay.
little bit of gold.
You guys
that I
go
was gonna
ahead and
distribute
go ahead
between
and
us.
go ahead and do that. I will
Okay.
also just a
And the
forewarning.
gems,
Yeah.
I don't know about. I still have a bag. I don't know how much it is.
You have a bag. Yeah, you have no idea how much is in there. We'll see. Well, let's put it like this: you're not an appraiser, so you can't put value to it yet. You'd have to take it somewhere to get it looked at. Regardless, though, Tuk, you would know that it is illegal for goblins to have weapons, and it's illegal for goblins to wear armor.
Oh shit!
So if you were to get caught with either, you would suffer the some dire consequences. So just throwing it out there.
Do I know about other races though, like Dragonborn and
Dragonborn are rare as shit and would probably be looked at skeptically, but specifically goblins, because
about like Dayu.
He's a hobgoblin. He's good to go. So is Zoltkar.
Okay.
They're both hobgoblins.
I'm going to give. Sorry, go ahead.
After the Goblin Rebellions, this has been a mandate from the Shogunate that no goblin is allowed to wear armor or bear weapons. It is a directive from the Shogunate, and it's kind of overlooked on the road and other places like that. But when it comes to a city, especially, depending on where you're at, it looks like it may be enforced. So we'll see.
I would ask Krellix. I would ask Krellix, do I need to take this armor off?
Well, I mean, don't feel like you have to take it off, but, you know, if they catch you with it on, you can hide it. Can you hide it?
I mean, I've got this sweet shirt over it and sweet vest, but then I've got the armor underneath. But if they're like really weary of goblins, then I may just take it off for now. And
that's up to you. I mean, do whatever you want to do, but if they see it, plan to get beat mercilessly.
What about arrested?
Well, that is going to follow after you're unconscious.
Okay. So I'll take off my armor and give it to either Dayu or Zoltkar, whichever one would be willing to hold it, along with all of my weapons.
You don't want to have any of your weapons on you. You don't want to hide a weapon on you?
Up your butt.
Well,
if you keister it, it will be difficult to get to.
I don't have my pipe anymore. I will say this: I would knowing Tuk, he would probably want to hide at least a dagger.
Yeah, I know. I'm not telling you.
Or whatever.
I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just giving you the information.
No, I know.
You do as you please.
Yeah. So I'm going to give up the arrows, the bow, I'm going to take off. Yeah, the short bow, the short sword, the wakizashi, all the daggers except one. I'm going to hide.
Okay.
So basically, all I'm going to have is the dagger hidden, and I'm going to have the tattoo and the ring, and that's it.
Yeah. So don't feel the need to like delete it out of your inventory. Just kind of.
Yeah, just unequipped.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So as you kind of stash it on the cart for now.
I was going to give it to Dayu or whoever.
Give it to Dayu. Doesn't matter. I will say, Dayu, you know as well that katanas are expensive as shit. And you look like a commoner. You do kind of look like a soldier, though your garb is tattered, and you might look like you might be from the Straw Hat Ronin, but unless you can pass yourself off as one, you might get some looks as well. So Rogar is another story. We'll see how well this goes.
Rogar walks in by himself.
Krellix.
Yes.
Too many eyes on him.
So they're expecting you. How much are they going to search these bags?
Well, usually what happens is I come up, I give the little passcode, they say something back, and then they kind of look me over. I slide him a little bit of this, and he goes, "Oh shit, I had a bag of jewels here, and it's not in the cart anymore."
How much do you usually give them?
I give him the bag.
The whole bag of jewels?
This is how this works. I give them the bag. They let me in. I do my business, then I leave.
All right. Okay, so DM, how many jewels are in this bag of jewels here?
A lot. There's a lot of jewels.
Like a lot.
Sapphires, there's emeralds, there's rubies. You're not sure the quality of the items in question, but it's like it's a bag. It's not like massive by any means. This is like, it probably weighs about 2 pounds or so.
Okay. So I'm going to tell everybody, God, I gotta pee. Where should I go pee? Just in the trees over here or what?
I don't know. Just piss off the side. What's...
All right, yeah, I'll go. So I go to like a bush or a tree, and I pull out the bag of jewels, and I take like, I don't know, if it's 2 pounds, I take like a quarter of a pound to half a pound somewhere in there. Probably quarter of a pound. I don't want it to be too.
You just kind of slide your hand in
and just grab a handful, a little goblin handful of whatever I feel like looks really good, diamonds or sapphires, emeralds, whatever looks fucking valuable to my little thievery eyes, right?
Yes,
and I'm just gonna put it in my underwear, in my junk, right? Which is already, it's packed in the underwear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then,
I'm sure.
And then so after and then I'll pee, and then I'll come back and I'll say, Krelix, I found this. I didn't know it belonged to you.
Oh.
And I just toss it to him.
Oh, yes. Oh, boy.
This will get us in.
This is what we needed.
I'd like to point out that he stuffed the jewels in his pants before he peed.
Yes, he did.
I did. I put the jewels with my jewels, and then I peed.
Yeah, that's
right.
So
all right. So,
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Krog's kind of, so, all right. His son, Belix, is kind of like, Dad, is this going to be all right? I'm kind of scared. It's fine, son. It's fine. This happens all the time. Well, I'm really worried. I really want to get back. I know, son. I know. Just, this will be a moment. We're almost done. Almost done. Wait, we get to see the big city. First time, huh? I don't ever want to go again. That's fair. That's fair. I understand that sentiment. Next time we'll leave you with your auntie. Can you stay home too? Well, unfortunately, Daddy owes money to lots of bad people, and he will keep doing this until he no longer owes them. Okay. All right. Now that that's settled, let's get a move on. Yeah. So he turns the ox, and you shuffle back out onto the main road. No one the wiser, of course. You begin approaching the actual gate itself, and it's a large gate. The doors are open. It looks like they are about to be closed. However, the large amount of guards you saw before are now gone, and instead, in their place, there are 3 guards at the gate, and the gate is slightly more closed, narrow passage to get through. Not as many people entering. In fact, there are no carts or people entering any longer. You do not see anyone leaving as well. And you have seen quite a few people kind of pass here and too. Mostly look like traders. A lot of like locals, probably. Quite a few people that die you might recognize as fellow farmers that are just kind of coming into town. Because there are, of course, people that live on the outskirts of town outside of the protection of the walls that risk that as opposed to the heavy cost of living within the walls themselves. And so you begin to approach. And as you approach, you see that there are 3 samurai guards. And they're all hobgoblins, and they all bear the crest of the White Shroud clan on their chest. They each have, 2 of them have a long glaive, a long pole with a bladed tip at the end of it. I don't know the name of it in Japanese, so forgive me.
Naginata.
Naginata, there we go. Naginata. And they are currently standing on the 2 sides of the opening of the large door. The door is gargantuan. In fact, the walls themselves are about 20 feet tall, and they appear to be made of solid stone, stacked. The gate is part of the northern wall, of the city, and it is made of what looks to be like heavy timber and steel doors. And they are riveted, steel rivets upon heavy pieces of wood. large piece, so large a piece that Drogar, you probably haven't seen trees this big ever. So it's interesting where they may or may not have found this wood. But the rest of you would know that these are built to withstand siege, just in case. And as you get to the entryway, a lone hobgoblin, this one with a katana on his hip and a wakizashi as well, steps forward and places his hand out to halt the cart. And Krellix kind of brings it to a stop. Hey, friend. Long days and pleasant nights. And the guard kind of looks at him. And he looks at the rest of you. Been expecting you. What's with all these? And he kind of looks at the four of you. And you will notice that he has a kind of like a satchel kind of draped across his person. And within it are scrolls that are kind of poking out of the side of it. Looks eerily similar to these scrolls that may or may not have your wanted faces on them. And he kind of looks at the four of you, and Krellix kind of pipes up. It's, well, as you can see. And he kind of holds up the stub of his leg, kind of points it up. It's been a shitty day. I really just need to get in and deliver this per usual, the usual agreement we have. And, come on now, don't give me too hard of a time. Well, I was told it was just going to be you, a couple of guards, but what are these things? And is that a boy? Yes, that's my son. He's coming along for the, you brought your son for this?
I'll, as he's distracted with Krellix, I'll walk the long way around behind the cart and change into a guard. Very similar looking.
Okay.
But doing my very best to make myself like, oh, I've just been here the whole time, to kind of give Krellix, because he's just, hey, where's your guard? What's with all these guys? Just kind of give him some, inside credence there.
All right. Zoltkar. Are you looking like another one of the Clan Ratshroud samurai?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Just want to be specific. Good.
Yeah.
All right. As you do so, do you kind of just nonchalantly kind of step out?
Yeah, like I've been here the whole time.
Please.
You didn't see me, fellow guard.
Yes, please, Zoltkar. Go ahead and give me a deception check.
All right.
Or performance. I will accept either.
Let's see. Ooh, I get advantage on deception, so I think I'll take that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
So plus 3.
Okay, 23. That's pretty good. All right. So, as you kind of step out, and the guard kind of glances at you for a moment, but doesn't register. And he kind of just, well, do you have it or not? Do I need to look for it? And he kind of, it's right here. Hold on. He hands him the sack of jewels. He says, is it all here? I'll know if it isn't. Yeah, it's all there. Don't make me find you. Okay, it should all be there. Fine. And he looks over specifically at Rogar, the giant white dragonborn. Even cloaked, he is massive. What exactly is that? He's kind of part of the merchandise, It's something kind of exotic. They want him at the market. Getting into that kind of trade now.
We're staring at the wall. Just kind of slack-jawed, staring at the door. And he's, how did you acquire so much stone?
Like I said, he's an interesting character.
The tree that would have to be used to build this door.
Oh,
Where is it?
Akra's mercy. And then the guard kind of looks at you, and then he reaches into a satchel, and he's digging around, and he kind of pulls out a scroll, and he kind of unrolls it, and he's...
Comrade, there's no need for that. I've got this. It's fine.
Who the hell are you? That's a genuine question, Zaltkar.
I've been in charge of this transaction with this Krelix fellow. All of this is under control.
No, seriously, who the hell are you?
That's no concern of yours.
Give me an intimidation check, Zaltkar.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Marcus Aurelius.
That's an 11.
Okay, I'm going to roll against this.
Yeah, you should.
He kind of looks you in the eye. I've never seen you before.
And you'll probably never see me again.
Deception.
I'll let you give me a deception check. Normally, at this point, it'd be at disadvantage, but you get advantage. So straight roll.
Okay. All right.
Straight roll.
Damn it.
What is
It's
it?
an 8.
No.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll against it. I'm gonna roll against it. Yeah. I'm thinking that I don't know who the hell you are. But this thing looks a lot like this thing as he unrolls the scroll, and it's a picture of Rogar.
That's why he's for sale. That's why we're taking him to the market.
Yeah. Do you have any idea how much this thing is worth?
Yeah,
Like I said.
exactly. That's why they take him to the market.
And then he rolls
I've
up
got
the
this
scroll.
under control.
And now
Rogar is
that,
ignoring all of this, by the
and now
way.
that Tuk has spoken up, huh? Interesting set of eyes there, Goblin. Reaches into his satchel.
Oh, shit.
There's another scroll with Tuk-Tuk's face on it. Man,
My face is bandaged, you know?
200 gold pieces. A man could live large off that.
Hmm.
I wonder,
All right, friend.
I might get a promotion out of this. What's
Or you could get a payment.
What's it worth to you? I've got a 200
I'd
gold bounty right here.
I toss him those gems.
You toss him
He's
the
right,
rest of
guy.
the gems?
Please pull them out of your sweaty bra
Yeah,
sock.
please put them out of your.
I do. I do.
And then
He's
you
not
hand
going
him
to care
him, and
once he
he's
sees
like,
fucking diamonds and emeralds and sapphires.
He's gonna look at him and he's like,
"Fuck."
all right. And he kind of opens the jeweled sack already for you to place him in because he refuses to touch him.
Yeah.
You kind of.
Probably good.
That's a good start. What else you got?
Good start, friend.
It's a good start. Do you want to get in or not?
What do you want?
What do you got?
I just gave up my most valuable stuff. I don't have shit. I do have some money, I guess, but not very much. Does anybody else have anything to give?
Rogar is just
Or
staring.
any other ideas?
Mm-hmm.
If Rogar sees what's going on to his left, I guess he's going to look over
Mhm.
there and he's going to look at Dayu and think where's Zalkar gone, you know.
Mhm. Yep. He's like, where'd he go? He's gone. The shaman disappeared
Yeah,
again.
exactly. The shaman. He's got to keep an eye on him. You said there's 3 guards?
Yes.
Rogar is going to walk over,
Zalkar, you have pulled your trick again.
He's going to walk over.
I mean, to you, technically, there's 4 guards because there's
there's
another
4
guard
guards.
standing next to the one talking.
He'll look at Krellix. Why is this taking so long?
Hey, calm down. Just let's be cool, everybody.
Are these the people that hold us back?
The 2 hobgoblin samurai with the glaives kind of look more attentive now and take a couple steps forward, keeping you at a distance still, but it looks like they are prepared to cut down some individuals if things go bad.
He's going over to the guy with the scrolls, and he's going to look down at him. Let us in. Now.
I'll let you give me an intimidation check, Rogar.
He's made you wealthy.
That's going to be a 24.
24. Yeah.
Thank God.
You see him kind of quiver, kind of, you know what? I think this is fine. You know, go on, let him through. Let him through. And the 2 guards kind of,
if you see another like me, you will let me know. And starts walking in towards the gate.
Of course.
Man. While he's scared and distracted, I want to take some of those jewels back.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check. I hope someone sees you.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to fight against it.
Okay.
But that's my character.
You said
man.
it. You said it out loud.
He wants to steal it back. You could try.
I didn't say I'd do it. I said I want to.
You could try. As he kind of begins to back away from the cart, and then you lose your opportunity.
I don't do it.
Okay. All right. And Krellix quickly moves the cart in as fast as the ox will go.
I'm glad I didn't do it.
And you pass through the gate, and you're within Port Dorona now.
I'll make sure to stay shrouded as a guard long enough to get into the gate, and then take stride along Rogar and shimmer back into Zalkar right beside him.
Okay.
And I'm hiding with Rogar's steps.
All right.
And I say, cows up. Hoods up, cows down.
Hoods
whatever
up.
the term is.
Hoods up, cows down. Got it.
Yeah.
As you guys all begin to somewhat disguise yourself.
Shaman, I did not realize that was you. I would have killed you if you had gotten in the way.
Friend Rogar, I have many tricks.
I see.
But I will never trick you, friend.
These lands are mysterious.
Yeah, and mysterious indeed. I've got to get to the docks, everyone. So, are you coming with, or
do you require assistance?
I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be bad. I've got to go to down to one of the Stone's Throws shipping company warehouses. So, just one of those things.
I would accompany him.
Okay.
Yeah, he got us in. We'll roll with him.
All right.
We can keep him safe for now.
As you are rolling in,
Do it for the kids.
to Port Dorona, this is what you will see. So you've already seen the wall and the gate, and as soon as you walk in through the wall, you will see the Jewel of the Dynasty. This is a city of wealth and, of course, martial undertaking, as there are large fortifications. The city starts where you are at on a decline. You are at the top of what looks like a very steep decline downwards, southwards into what looks like the ocean. The first district, as the city is split up into 3 major districts, is the merchant district that you are passing through. It is full of shops that sell an assortment of goods from around the world, around Emberfell. There is a large open square as you proceed down a tightly packed but very wide thoroughfare.
Is this part of the merchant district? Sorry.
This is all the merchant district, yes.
Okay.
In the square itself, there's a 15-foot tall statue. Go ahead and give me history checks, my locals.
I rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
Yeah, and the
10.
7.
10. Okay, Dayu with a 10, because that was the DC. You would recognize this is a depiction of a hobgoblin, and he's wearing a long coat with a very high collar. It looks like he has what are supposed to be like very tall leather boots that almost come up to the knee, with spikes jutting from the toes. And you would recognize this as a depiction of Arbag Swift Stride. He wields a curved cutlass in one hand and holds the tattered flag of the hanged man in the other, while his mouth is open in a scream of victory. And he is an infamous, well, not necessarily infamous, he is a very famous captain of a ship, of a warship, but from the dynasty that protected Port Dorona from the last sizable pirate threat over 100 years ago by the crew of the Hanged Men. They were a collection of pirates from the Black Sands that came forth. But he is obviously a prominent figure within the city, and you see various other references to him as you pass through the merchant quarter, like Swift Stride's gear and things of that sort. There are many other shops you'll be passing through as well that we will get to whenever we get to that. But as you go further south, there is now the port section, the largest section of the city, which has a various large buildings, mostly warehouses, and docks, of course, looming close together with countless ships of various sizes anchored in the bay. There's a large assortment of warships under the control of the Whiteshroud clan that act as the main fleet under the control of the shogunate. The Castle Whiteshroud dominates the southern border, with its walls and battlements making up the primary defenses of the city, with its 3 large towers being manned with several ballista and some kind of strange-looking devices on a few of the towers as well. They look like large cylinders of some kind made out of steel, metal. None of you have seen them before. The samurai of the Whiteshroud clan, they all are wearing the marks. There's not as many patrolling at night. There are a few. You would see much more during the day. It's a very they patrol very regularly. For the most part, at night they stick to their castle holdings and the another district that we'll get to in a moment. There is also, speaking of the other district, there is the very extensive Samurai District, which is a collection of mansions and homes and other proclivities that cater to the more elite within the city. And they are all, for the most part, loyal to the Whiteshroud clan, which are in fact the lords of Port Dorona. The rest of the city begins at the docks and then spreads to the western wall and is known as the Fishing District, where the majority of the citizens, fishermen, sailors, laborers, make their homes in dilapidated houses and very outdated apartment-like structures. There are an assortment of bars, cheap restaurants, and questionable entertainment that litter this district and spill into the port. They kind of wash back and forth. Since the city is built on a slope, with the gate being at the high point and the port being at the low, from almost any point of elevation within the city, you will be able to see the bay, usually flooded with ships like it is now, and of course the sea gates further past that keep the dangers of the abyss from entering the mainland through the Devatonic. There are 2 gates across each section that are massive and ancient, as old as any could remember. They are known as the Emerald Jaws due to the almost tooth-like architecture of the twisted metal and color it has been stained from the dread abyss.
This is awesome.
There's an island in the center of the river It's a landmass, essentially, not so much an island. And between the two gates, there is a gargantuan lighthouse on this island, over 100 feet tall, and is old, if not older, than the gates themselves. There is, what you will find out, a garrison of small soldiers, mostly samurai, and artillery are manned here as well. So that is a layout of the city. Does anyone have any questions before we get into some more stuff? Be ready for the lore dump.
What was the name of the port district? Would they have a specific name or just
just the fishing district is what it's called.
Okay.
You have the fishing district, the merchant district, and the samurai district.
And so this is this port goes.
It's huge.
It's right next to the river too, the Devatonic.
Yes. So the Devatonic, so the lighthouse and the gates themselves actually spread over the Devatonic. They're not actually out at sea.
Mm-hmm.
So they cut off the Devatonic from the rest of the ocean. And the gates themselves, they're out of the water, so they must be deep. They must be large. They're up out of the water, and they're about 20 feet tall, up standing out of the water themselves. And there doesn't appear like a walkway or anything along the top, and even from this distance, it'd be hard to tell without getting closer the specifics of like how gargantuan the structure is, but you can see it clearly even from this distance at night. I will say the light of the lighthouse is lit, and it is very bright. You would also see from across the way, there is another small light that you would recognize as a light from one of the towers of the Temple of Blades, a good distance away. Yes.
With my background as like a criminal thief, would I know anywhere in this city that would be a safe haven for us, a safe house?
So,
if not, I'm going to ask Krelix.
Speaking of which, as you are approaching the docks, Tuk and Dayu, you have criminal background as well, Dayu? Yeah.
Yep.
Both of
criminals
you would quickly recognize that there are individuals kind of loitering around the docks specifically to the warehouse you guys are going to. You do see the biggest warehouse, in fact. It's called the Stone's Throw Shipping. And you see some, first off, you see a few goblins, and you've mostly been passing by mostly hobgoblins and a collection of bugbears, a couple other odds and ends, kind of strange races here and there. You haven't seen a lot of goblins, but you see some here now on the docks themselves. And they each have kind of an interesting tattoo on their face. And it looks like a hook, almost like a fishing hook. It's right under their right eyes. And there's kind of like a little motif of like a piece of blood coming off of the hook, like a drop of blood. And judging from their kind of the way they're holding themselves and handling themselves, they're all in kind of standard kimonos, but they look a little bit more. They don't look as rough as a lot of the individuals you see on the docks, which are mostly sailors and things of this sorts. Most of them are drunk at this point in the night. Those that aren't on their ships or kind of out, they're out carousing, as it was. But you would see that these are definitely members of the Mar. You guys don't know the local gangs, but you do see that there are Mar members lording around, specifically this warehouse, as well as the neighboring kind of dock itself. And Krelix is approaching the dock with his goods.
Krelix, which Mar gangs are here at this dock?
Oh, wait,
I whisper softly.
Yes, yeah. We very quietly speak of our patrons here within the city, sir. I'm sure that you would understand. He kind of motions towards your tattoo that's hidden for now.
Yeah, which is buttoned, but let's show him a little bit.
This fine establishment we're approaching is the entrance to a haven of one of the largest clans, and I would rather not speak about it too loudly right now. Clan Giant's Blood doesn't take kindly to people talking about them.
That's me, right? Baby!
Do you scream that out?
No, but in my head, I'm like, that's me, baby!
Okay.
But I'm excited. I'm excited as shit. I'm like bouncing around at this point. Oh, this is my people.
Let's just keep low for a little bit, please. And
do I see any tattoos of cobras?
No, you do not. And you don't see anybody kind of openly flashing tattoos on the street at all, with the exception of the guys that have tattoos on their faces, which is kind of
right.
obvious. But as you get closer to the warehouse, you finally get to the point where two of these tattooed men kind of step forward. They are men. There are goblins, so they're short. They kind of... Giant's Blood ain't gonna be pleased. Where you been? It's come now. Look at what happened to me. Like, who the fuck are these guys? They point up at the rest of you.
I can speak for him. He got into some trouble, but we saved him. And then I speak in Thieves' Cant and let him know I'm part of the Giant's Blood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where you from? I haven't seen you around here.
Look at my eyes, bitch.
Okay, do you say that exactly?
I do, I say I am Tuk the Taker.
The Taker.
I'm hoping that I've got some sort of reputation.
As you say, the Taker. Oh, Vern's been wanting to talk to you. You know what?
Do I know Vern?
Oh, you know Vern. You work for Gone, Giant's Blood.
I love that name.
Gone is the head. He's the underboss in charge of the section of Valvrak.
Cobras. Okay.
Yeah, you were one of the many gains underneath him. He is the underboss. You probably have never met the boss before, but you've heard of some of the other underbosses. And Vern, Giant's Blood, is the underboss here within Port Dorona.
I would feel comfortable, right? Like knowing these are my people, right? I'm just making sure I'm not like going out of my way in the wrong way.
Let's put it like this. You're all part of the same clan, at least. So that's a plus.
Yeah. Okay.
However, loyalty is, let's just say, paper thin amongst members of the Mar to begin with. And just like you might slice the throat of another to get ahead, the underbosses might kill each other to get ahead as well. Vern is he's the one of Port Dorona.
I already said what I said, but if I'd known that ahead of time, I might not have said
It's fine. It's fine.
But it's fine. I said it.
Regardless, you did say you were Tuk the Taker. And he's like, oh, he's been looking for you. He's, why don't you come join us? We got somewhere for you to stay. You all can stay, in fact.
Inside check.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Anybody else want to help a brother out? Because I rolled a 9.
I rolled my own, and I got an 18.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Are you rolling at disadvantage?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I got 18 and a 14.
Ooh, you lucky bastard.
I didn't.
All right.
9 is my roll.
This specific goblin, especially you, Dayu, you kind of pick up that they plan on doing something. You're not sure what. They might be telling the truth that they probably do have places to stay, but he's not taking you to a place you probably want to go.
No.
But I don't recognize this.
You don't. No, but Dayu does. Well, Taker,
what do you think?
Well, before we go anywhere, I'd like to meet the rest of your friends here. That one
You don't
looks
need to know them.
Interesting. As he looks up towards Rogar. I haven't seen one of you in a while.
Roger is not paying attention to him, and he is looking at everything. He's still slack-jawed. You know, the ships, the numerous ships, the numerous houses. Is it busy out here, or is it just like dead?
It is relatively, so it's not, this isn't bustling, but there are a fair number of people about.
Yeah.
It's like the end of the nightlife.
Yeah,
thing,
it's like
it's like 1:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's still like that's a fair amount of people, and Rogar is just processing a lot. So a lot of this conversation is in his periphery, so he's not really focused on what's going on. So unless someone's like slapping him and like, hey, he's not really paying attention.
Okay. Interesting. How about but this one? And he points towards Dayu. You look
just asking our names.
Yeah, you look formidable.
Name's Dayu.
Dayu. Where do I know that name from? And he's going to make a history check. You know, if you want to try to disguise this in some way, you need to roll deception.
Okay. Oh shit. A 17.
All right. Dayu, he kind of cocks his head, and then his eyes yeah, probably nobody.
Just a farmer.
Yeah, we'll call you that. And he specifically looks down at the sword on your hip. And then he looks towards the samurai guard with you. Well, no, you changed back to yourself.
I did.
Now, Zolkar, do you look like the freakish person you normally do, or do you give yourself a normal colored skin?
Right,
I gotta ask.
Yeah, I'm going to blend in to the general look around.
Yeah. Do you keep the look of the armor and everything?
I want to look as common as possible.
Okay. Well, then it would be kind of like a kimono, a thick, heavy kimono. Maybe kind of like a shawl or something over your shoulders. There is kind of an interesting...
I could be that guy, You
could be that guy. There's an interesting kind of... You can very tell the different classes of people in the city, judging by their attire, much like our own world. And if you're passing through the merchant district, you would look one way, samurai district another way, and then once you get into this district, the common attire of a sailor, things of that sort. And was he like some kind of guard or something? Yes. These are they helped me out on the road. They honestly saved my life, but more importantly, they saved your shit. So yeah. That's fine. It's fine. It's all here, right? Yes, it's all here. Can we be done with this? Get slack. And one of the other goblins kind of scurries inside the warehouse and then comes out with another goblin who has 2 bugbears in tow. And the goblin has an interesting scar across both cheeks. And they're kind of in a hook shape. No tattoo. And he has almost like his pupils are almost orange. They're so yellow. And you can tell from his kind of attire that he's actually wearing armor. He is wearing leather armor openly. He also has a short sword on his hip. Yeah. Good job, Krelix. The boss has been asking about this. We thought we'd have to come looking for you again. No, come now. Give me a break, for God's sakes. I'm a recent amputee. Yeah, whatever. Don't think this is all you owe us. You ain't getting out of it. It's fine. Just take the shit, for God's sakes. And the bugbears come and they start picking up the sacks of rice. All of it. start loading up. Another couple come out, and very quickly this cart is unloaded and brought inside. And a bag of gold is tossed to Krelix, and he kind of catches it very nimbly, despite his injuries. Kind of tucks it away real quick. Thank you kindly. Just remember, you know where to look in case you see anything. Yes, I know, Slit. I know. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, good. Get the fuck out of here. And Krelix is moving his cart away.
Wait. Krelix, you said we had a place to stay, right?
Yeah, we're not staying here. Are you insane?
Right, we're coming with you.
He's kind of looking around, and
I hop on the cart.
Sleck. And then he's kind of looking at you, and the goblin that was speaking to you with the tattoo kind of walks up to Sleck and starts whispering in his ear.
What are you talking about?
Give me a perception test, Tuk.
Oh, perception? Okay, I'm not bad at that. $12. Not very good.
Okay. So it's in cant. It's whispered and it's in cant. You do pick up pieces. But because it's encoded, you don't get the full gist. You basically get the gist that he knows who you are, obviously, and that the boss wants to talk to him. But he says, don't make a scene.
What was the boss's name again?
Vern.
Vern.
V-I-R-N. Vern. Giant's blood.
Tell Vern I'll come back and see him tomorrow. Or whenever we get some free time.
Sleck kind of...
But I'm tired from the road.
Sleck kind of looks at you. And he talks to you and can't. So to everyone else, this is a garbled mess. Doesn't make any sense. Well, you best hurry back. He's going to want to talk to you, and I don't want to have to come get you. You know what?
Why does he want to talk to me?
Why don't I make it easy on you? How about you stay at the Crooked Plank tonight?
I think we've already got lodging. Thank you, though.
Oh, you do have lodging. You're going to the Crooked Plank tonight.
Sure. I don't argue.
All right. And then he says in regular kind of speech, Krelix, make sure you get out of here in the morning. Yes, sir. I got it. No problems. And he begins moving the cart down the docks.
I'm already sitting on the cart, by the way.
Okay, that's fair. Anybody else want to do anything right now? No takers. We're going to...
No.
Oh, yes. We're going to the Crooked Plank.
Oh, wait. Is it the same place as the guy said?
No. Well, yes. Yeah, he
Okay,
just said
good.
he just said to go to the Crooked Plank. Yes.
But
So
where
you
does
pull-
Krelix want to go?
Krelix is going to the Crooked Plank now. As
Oh.
he is...
No, on the way there, I want to ask Krelix, where
Yeah.
are you planning on staying?
Well, I personally, I like to go to the Mariner's Rest. It's over in the Samurai District. It's beautiful. But
Tell
judging
me
by
about the Crooked Plank.
my current state of affairs, including my missing appendage, they might not let me in. And I'm also accompanied by fugitives, for God's sakes. So I think the Crooked Plank it is for the night.
What do you guys think? We could go somewhere else. We could find somewhere random.
Why are you so afraid of the Crooked Plank?
I just don't have the best feeling based on the way that goblin was acting. He was just acting weird. Like these are my people, but he was acting like, he wanted to murder me or something.
What'd you do to piss
Last
him
time
off?
I saw you interact with one of your people,
We're all wanted, idiot.
you stabbed him in his neck.
Wait, you
what?
did stab him in the neck.
I said the last time you interacted with one of your people is you stabbed him in the neck.
Yeah, that was Slit Craven Tongue. He was a fucking animal. He left us for dead. Remember, with the alien people or whatever.
I
the
remember.
Face huggers and sorry, I don't remember the names of them. I'm so sorry.
Thank you for that.
I don't. Rogar is just confused. He doesn't grasp what's going on entirely of their society. So he's just taking what he sees.
We're wanted by the Shogun. These people are not the Shogun.
Yeah,
Clearly you've pissed someone off.
Well, but here's the thing. You know the Mar, and everybody's out to, do what's right for them, what's good for them. So these guys, if we're worth thousands of gold pieces a head, and they've got all of us here, they're going to take advantage of that, So I think it's best that we've got our guard up, and that's why I didn't really care to stay here. But if we're backed into a corner, then I guess we will.
Well,
that's
so
my
far
thought.
they've only made two of us.
That's what you think. As we keep moving forward.
A giant dragon with us, Dragonborn.
Yes. As you approach the crooked plank, it is on the docks, which is unusual. It looks like it was at one point a warehouse, and looks like it was a shipping warehouse at some point. There are holes, and it looks like the second, it has been split into 2 stories. Where it was just a larger warehouse, now it is a 2-story makeshift bar of sorts. There's a massive door that is just open, revealing kind of the contents inside. The bottom floor is full of broken tables and chairs, and it's in a very bad state. It smells of stale beer and piss. There's a ton of people inside, mostly sailors from the looks of it. Plenty of people from the Mar as well. And not just the individuals with the kind of hook tattoos. You also have individuals that have an interesting kind of kimono on. And if you see their backs, you see that there's almost like a lightning bolt kind of on the back of it. And it has kind of an interesting kind of 2-tail end to it. But you all recognize them as Mar members. You two, Tuk and Dai, you could pick that out easily enough. There are women carousing around this this establishment as well. None of them look too great. There's a barkeep, and
you're ugly.
Yeah, behind the bar, there is
none of them are as fine as Granel.
No, it is not. Behind the bar, there is it looks like a washed up fisherman. He is a hobgoblin, and he goes by the name of Din. You see him kind of, you see one of the patrons kind of call out to him, Din, give me that. And he kind of walks over, and as he walks, he has a weird gait because he's missing a leg, and he has a peg leg. He also has several fingers missing from his left hand. He has 3 fingers missing. So it's almost like a damn crab claw as he's kind of barely clutching one of the other large steins that he has in his hand. He's kind of walking around the bar.
Is he a member of the Mar? He's got the...
He kind of looks like he is or was. You're not sure.
Okay.
He does have a large gold hoop through one of his tusks. Oh, excuse me, he's not a hobgoblin, he's a bugbear. I don't know why it's a hobgoblin.
Hmm.
Through one of his tusks, and he has very black tinged fur. And there are tons of beverages being served, and he has plenty of serving maids and a couple serving boys, if you're interested. Kind of walking around. And there is an upstairs area that is a place of rest that can be purchased for the low price of just a handful of copper for the night, because no one wants to stay here.
Well, I go to Den. D-I-N or D-E-N?
D-I-N.
D-I-N. Den! We need a room for, and I count however many we are. There's fucking 4 of us. What is the other guy staying with us and his kid? So 6.
Krellick's kind of, I'll get my own. It's fine. You guys do
get your own?
do your thing. Yeah, I would like to distance myself from the 4 of you, if that's if I'm being honest.
There. So 4.
Yeah.
2 rooms. Or each room have 2 beds or what?
Beds. You mean mats, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
Yeah. If you're looking for fancy beds, you need to go over to the damn samurai district.
Do we look fancy?
You sure as hell don't look like a fancy one to me, but I don't know.
That's right.
Looks could be deceiving. I mean, look at this.
2 rooms.
People think I'm just the average kind of barkeep, but he pats his leg. I tell you, I was a hell of a fisherman. You wouldn't believe.
What's the biggest fish you ever caught?
And he points over behind the bar. There's a shark.
Oh, shit.
Pretty good size, hanging up behind the bar, stuffed. Just kind of hanging there on hooks. And
did you catch that from a boat or on the land or what?
The damn thing ate my leg. And I stabbed it to death. With these here fingers. That it had bitten off, and I grabbed him and I punctured into his gills until he bled to death in the water. And it ran red with victory.
Rogar is gonna go over and look at the shark.
Yes.
Do the wounds match his description?
You don't see any wounds on the shark. You don't see any wounds.
And he just was staring at it. Yeah, like this is a crazy creature.
Yeah, as you're staring, there's several people looking at you, Rogar, like... There's like a drunk dude kind of at the bar, like, oh, fuck, what is that?
I still got my hood up, but I'm assuming people still notice.
You're huge.
Yeah.
You have a larger build than even the bugbears kind of strutting around. So, yeah, you're gargantuan. People kind of stare at you as you walk by. What is the rest of you doing? Why Tuk is having this conversation?
Soaking it all in.
Soaking it all in.
Oh, man.
I will say,
Dan, what do you do?
Yeah.
I have a plan for whenever the rooms are purchased.
Okay.
So.
Zoltkar, what are you up to?
I would want to take my room. I need to go meditate.
Yeah. And he kind of, we'll call it 6 copper a room.
All right. And I'll pay for it all. I'll pay for the 2 rooms. It's 2 rooms, right? There's 2 beds in each room?
Whoa,
2 mats or whatever the fuck they're called?
I only got 2 rooms left, so that's all you're getting.
All right. So 6 apiece?
So 12 copper. Total.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you kindly. If you want a beverage or, have you a good time, I like bevy there the best. He points over towards a little goblin that has this missing most of her teeth. You wouldn't believe what she can do with that.
It's a gum job. I know what those are about. Yep.
Yeah. And Tuk, you're like, yeah, I know what's up. And
insight check.
Do you want to get an insight check?
Ooh, yeah, just for fun. Just for fun.
Just for fun. Do you want to roll it?
Oh shit, a 16.
16. Don't give me. I don't know, Tuk. What do you think?
He knows about the gum job,
He knows.
That's why I went with Gramiel. Maybe she can remove those teeth.
Yep, he knows that, Gramiel had all her teeth. Those were solid. They were attractive.
She could take them out, though.
She could not take them out. She did not take them out.
Damn it.
No,
come on.
They were not removable.
Still, he knows about the gum jobs.
He knows about it, apparently. Regardless.
He lived a rough life before he settled down. You did.
Yeah, well, yeah. He's probably seen some interesting things. Being in the
I paid for the room,
Mm-hmm.
and I am Rogar. We'll share a room. Don't worry, I'm small. I'll be off the side.
Rogar just is a room, yes. And
stairs over there. Bevy's in the corner.
I'd like to talk
drinks? Anybody? Huh?
Before we do that, I'd like to like get the group together
Okay.
and ask them. I asked them. So I've got a weird feeling. Do you guys feel like we're being watched or anything? I just want the group to like do some sort of group perception or something.
I'll save you the trouble.
All right.
Tuk, you're like, you see anybody watching us? People are staring at Rogar from all
Everyone's
directions
staring.
of the room. People are like, they're having their conversations and laughing and drinking and shit. And people are like clinking glasses together and they're like, oh, what the fuck is that? And they're like looking over, pointing at him and shit. It's obvious. Everybody's looking at him.
Oh, man.
Even with your, so let me roll for this. Yeah, that's all you guys see.
The chaotic neutral in me wants to like fucking make it a party. Everybody looking at him. But I won't. I'll wait and see what the other guys want to do.
So, do you guys retreat to your rooms at this point?
Dai will order a drink. Sake. He's
You
got
want
one.
some sake? Oh,
If he's got any.
I got
whatever.
the finest you get in Port Dorona. Jewel.
I bet he does.
I do. That I do. I've got right here, and he goes up underneath the bar. Bevy, stop fooling with that old rusty sack of shit in the corner. Come on over here. I got you a good man. This little tiny goblin comes strutting up. What can I do for you? And she kind of comes
No,
up and
thank you.
slides into the seat next to you at the bar. The stool next to you.
He puts a hand on his lap.
She does. She puts a
On
hand
his leg, on his
on
thigh,
your
on his thigh.
on your thigh, just a little clawed goblin hand touching you.
Did everyone go upstairs?
I'm assuming Zaltkar immediately went.
I did.
I don't know about
Zaltkar
Tuk and Rogar.
No, I'm still there.
Okay, Rogar.
If maybe he follows Zalkar up, and
Okay.
if Zalkar points him to his room, he'll go in that room.
Okay.
Rogar, number 7. Do you know number 7?
No, and goes up the stairs.
It looks like this. I draw it for him. It looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
Zalkar, show him.
I'll lead him to his room. Friend Rogar, come with me.
Um.
I'm still down there with my mar buddy.
Yeah.
Dayu.
So
who hates
Dayu,
me.
what are you doing? As she's stroking your leg,
I will get up and move to another stool.
you kind of get up and she's like,
Leave her with Tuk Tuk.
And then she looks over at Tuk and she kind of,
It's okay.
you don't look too good, man. You have 3 levels of exhaustion. You beat the shit.
Yeah. I'm tired. It's okay.
Want to have a
I'm
good
good.
time?
Now, I flip her a silver, and I will subtract that from my shit.
And
I'm
she
good, though.
she
Thank you.
quickly adjusts her very tight, kind of falling apart kind of bodice that she has. Well,
No.
how about we don't even have to go upstairs. We just go around the corner and we
Okay.
can work something out. I mean, this is a lot of money.
I'm giving you that because I like you, and maybe another
I
day.
like
But
you.
I'm so tired right now. So ask me like tomorrow or the next day.
Oh, I'll see you tomorrow.
All
She
right,
kind of
all right.
tucks it away.
For now,
Then
bye.
struts
treat,
off.
Treat yourself. Treat yourself, girl.
Dayu, yeah, this one, some of them there, the monks brew it. You know what I'm saying? And kind of pulls out a gourd, kind of uncaps it. As he uncaps it, the smell is horrid. It smells like rubbing alcohol, and it begins to pour it into a large kind of like stein, which should be reserved for the mead and beer that is being served. But he pours your sake in it, and then pushes it towards you. You know what? For you, only 3 copper.
Seems like a
Give him
lot.
3 copper.
That is
Okay,
not a
shit.
lot. How? This is a fine beverage, sir.
Okay. Well, can I try it?
For 3 copper, you can.
All right. I give him 3. I give him 6 copper. I pay for mine and his because I
And
still haven't
Tayu's.
dished out everybody's shit yet.
And he pours a second one and slides it to you, Tuk.
Got a bunch of copper.
Would you like to drink it?
I'll divvy it out after this session.
Yes.
I'm gonna smell it.
I'll take like a little.
Okay. You go and give me a Constitution check.
Oh shit.
Con check.
Mm-hmm.
12.
With a 12, it burns the whole way down. It tastes like it tastes horrible, and you do start to kind of you don't gag or anything, but it hurts. It doesn't feel good going in, and you're kind of like, ooh. He's like, yeah, that's this is the best stuff you can get. It's not. It is horrible. Tuk, you smell it, and you're like, ooh.
And down it.
And you go and give me a Constitution check, Tuk.
Yeah, I rolled it. I got a natural 20. I'm not shitting you.
Natural 20.
22.
22.
Yeah.
With a
It's a saving
22?
throw, right?
No, this is a check.
I don't know if that changes anything.
For you, it should be the same because you're not proficient,
Okay.
I think. in
22.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say this, Tuk. To you, Tuk, this tastes great. This is fantastic. This might be some of the best stuff you've had.
Delicious.
As you and his little he takes it like a champ. You watch him down it. Some of it's kind of drizzling down his face, and the bartender Din kind of looks at you and he kind of respect.
Yeah. I give him a little fist bump.
And he
By the way, I'm using DnD Beyond right now.
Yes.
Because I've been using my dice and
Mhm.
I feel like, I didn't want there to be any questions.
So-
I'm using the app.
so he gives you a little bump, a little bit harder than he probably should. You kind of, but yeah. Is there anything else you would like to do in this moment?
What's the word around the docks?
More around the docks. Well, a lot going on around here. What you interested in?
Anything you have, Din?
Anything I got? I just serve the people. I
Give
provide
him a
service.
silver.
So you push him a silver? Well,
A silver, yeah.
I serve the people and I serve the mighty coin. And he tucks it away into his quickly behind the counter. Well, I could tell you right now that the clan, the lords of the land here in Port Dorona are up in arms right now. There's been some killings. And they're looking. There's also been tale of some vagabonds out there, out in the countryside, killing and maiming. Quite a bounty on their heads. Look a lot like you fellas, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
That a lot.
Listen. Go ahead.
That's all I'm saying. The less you say, the better, so you don't incriminate yourself.
What's his name again?
Din.
Den, that's what I thought. Okay. Den. And I'd give him a gold.
Oh,
And
thank you kindly. And he quickly scoops it up, like, to the point where he's looking around to see if anyone saw it.
Nobody saw it. With my sleight of hand, nobody saw shit.
Okay. Continue.
And I say, tell me more about these vagabonds.
Oh, well,
What do you know?
let's see here. There's a goblin with 2 colored eyes. There's a white-scaled dragon man. Interesting folk. You don't see them very often. There's also
Right,
some
right.
kind of freak, some kind of gray-skinned thing with tattoos or some kind of markings on his face. And interesting enough, there's a character that, let's just say, and you will notice that Din's an older man that people would be interested to hear if they came back. And he kind of
Dan-
just looks towards Dayu as he says it.
Do you by chance, Den? I feel like we're becoming friends.
Oh, yes,
And,
fast friends.
I see you looking at my friend. Do you have, like, I don't know, like an eye patch or anything
An eye patch.
for a buddy? And I slip him other gold.
Another gold.
Mm-hmm.
And he, well, an eye patch. You want an eye patch. And he reaches over and there's a passed out drunk guy, and he just kind of reaches over and pulls the eye patch off of him. Here you go, and he just hands it over to you.
Den, what's more common? Actually, GM, what is more common, green or blue-eyed goblins?
It would be blue.
Okay, I will cover my green eye with this patch.
All right, that's fine.
Thank you.
Patch on.
Thank you, good sir.
Of course.
I feel
of
like
course.
he's smart and he's figured out some shit. And,
I will.
He likes our relationship, so
I will say, you guys are very generous. I am what they call around here a neutral party. No one should be, how do you say, making a ruckus in my establishment, and none shall be had. Now, outside of this establishment, all bets are off, gentlemen. But for now,
So
consider yourselves in good hands.
So if this were, Keanu Reeves type situation, and we're in the hotel and we're safe. That's what you're telling me, Den? We're safe
Telling
here?
you, as long as you are within the walls of the crooked plank, you can rest your weary head.
I give him another silver and then I stop giving
yes.
away money.
Yes, and he's taking it.
I know he is. I know it. I'm trying to build a good rapport with this dude.
Yeah, of course. Well, and he's very expectantly holding his hand out some more. If you'd like to, donate to the cause, by any means, I'm always free.
Den,
Yes.
are me and my companions? Do you like us? Are we friends?
Oh, we are fast friends, sir. Fast friends, indeed.
Inside check.
Go ahead, give me insight.
Do you like us?
Do you like us?
Yeah,
Let's insight
I want
this.
this guy to be a fucking companion of our
Are
thing.
we friends?
I rolled a 19 plus 3. That's a 22,
Okay.
according to D&D Beyond.
You will realize, Tuk, that he does not find you friends, but he appears to be truthful about the neutrality cause that he spoke of. You at least believe him on that front.
I give him one last silver, and I say, "Thank you, good sir, for this amazing sake."
And don't worry, my friend. I'll have a surprise waiting for you later.
Wait, tell me.
And
about
he
that. What
walks
do you
off.
mean?
He walks off down the bar to serve some more people.
Shit.
And he kind
Do I
of
get any kind of?
he just kind
Do
of
I
gives
have
you a
any
little.
idea of what the fuck he means by that?
Nope. As he walks down the bar.
I look at Dayu. I tried to bribe him a little bit. What are you thinking, dude?
What room are you staying in, Tuk Tuk?
I'm in number 7 with Rogar.
Dai gets up and goes to the other room.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So you have to head up the stairs. The stairs are rickety. The floor in here is not great to begin with. There's a few steps that are missing. You kind of have to do like an extra long step up as you guys take the banister up. Rogar and Zaltkar, since you were the first one up the stairs, you would notice that this area, there's a top area here, and there are actually some dice games happening up top. There are obviously members of the Mar up here because they are not wearing their tops. They have their kind of kimonos kind of sloughed off, exposing their tattoos. There's a couple dice games going on up here. There is also a arm wrestling contest happening. 2 bugbears kind of locked in, there's drinks spilled all over the place. It smells horrible in here, or good, depending on your ideals. There's also a balcony if you go further past this, but what's most interesting to you guys is the fact that there are rooms as soon as you come up the stairs on your right. And there are only 4 rooms, yet somehow they are numbered 1, 2, 5, and 7. And Tuk and Rogar end up in room 7 at the end, and Dayu and Zaltkar end up in room 2. Ironically enough, room 1 and 5 There is no door on these rooms. They are open, and there is shit just strewn about on the inside of them as you walk past. Rooms 2 and 7, as you kind of slide the door, because these are sliding doors. You see that the ground it's pretty dirty. There may or may not be some questionable stains along parts of the floor. There is a mat down, a very weathered and old tatami mat, and there are the equivalents of soiled bed sheets that you can use to lie yourself in, and there are 2 sets in each room. There is also a large window in each room as well that has shutters that you can open.
Can I, real quick, so my thought is to give everybody their money after I just blew a bunch of it. Everybody gets 40 copper, 20 silver, and 6 gold.
6 gold, okay. So everybody gets that.
7 gold.
And as you know, but we'll say we divvied this up earlier. And does anybody do anything special, or are we going to rest for the night?
Just glancing, what do I recognize those tattoos?
You would recognize some of the tattoos. You would definitely recognize. Let me see here. Pull them up. You would notice there are tattoos of people that have fox tattoos up here, specifically the ones gambling. The ones kind of running, kind of in the center, kind of rolling the dice over, and people kind of shouting and yelling. You would notice that a lot of these individuals also have it looks like a black handprint marking on their trap, kind of their shoulder area. You don't necessarily know the gain, but you would recognize it as a gain of the Mar. You also see a few individuals that have it looks like 2 dice, but they both are representing ones, so like snake eyes, kind of worked into several tattoos on their bodies. Mostly hobgoblins, some bugbears.
And those rooms that are full of crap.
Yes.
I'm going to look for something that I can wedge in our door.
Okay, easily done.
To keep someone from sliding it open unwantedly.
Right. Good. So, Dayu, you kind of move in with Rogar. Are you guys going to take your rest?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So right before we rest for the night, especially since the player is not present, at one point in the night, a gap-toothed goblin slides open door 7 and sneakily creeps in, and with her stealth roll, easily makes it into the room, then slides in under the sheets next to Tuk Tuk. And that is where we are going to take our first break.
By the way, I said I was with Rogar.
I know. Yeah, room 7.
So Zalkar and Dayu are together. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yep.